Hello, hello.
Hello, everyone.
Thanks all for joining our Spark session here. Good to see you. Go ahead and drop in your name or where you're from or what's your favorite ice cream, anything you want to say, honestly. Throw it in there.
Good to see you all. I cannot see myself though, Stephen. Is that just me or? Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. So, hi everyone. How are you all doing? I hope you're enjoying the FIA Summit. Favorite color is pink. I had pink earrings to wear. I forgot to put them on. Fellow pink lover. So, welcome to the session with myself, Esther, and joined by Stephen. We are both from Play. Really super happy to be here. So, this session is all about. Okay, we're going to bust some myths. We love to bust some myths, don't we, Stephen?
That's right. We're
Um,
taking out a big myth hammer and we're smashing them today.
we're smashing and we're smashing, we're busting, we're doing all of that good stuff. Because let's be real, half of the barriers to AI in nonprofits, it's not the tech itself. They're the stories that we tell ourselves about it. Things like it's too risky or it's too expensive, too complicated, too unsafe, too something. Okay. So we're going to smash through those myths. That are holding nonprofits back from using AI powerfully and responsibly. And you might recognize yourself in some of these myths more than you'd like to admit. And we're not judging. We're not going to be judgy McJudge faces here. It's fine. This is all about shifting perspective. So we're here to help you move from a bit less skeptic to a bit more solid. So
That's right.
myth number one. Myth number one. What do we have? Oh, okay. Okay. We love this one. AI will replace our jobs. Okay. I'm going to
Yeah,
start with
the,
the
the,
elephant.
the
Start with
sketchy
the elephant.
robot.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
sketchy robot looking around the corner.
Sketchy robot, elephant in the room, all metaphors welcome. And so we get it. It's a headline fear. But the truth is, AI rarely replaces whole roles. What it does, though, is it reshapes the tasks inside those roles. Okay, clearing admin fog, unlocking capacity, and giving your team new tools that they've never had before. But here's how we encourage leaders to frame it with their people. So, this is what an actual client of ours said to their team. So, listen carefully. What they said was, we're using AI to do more with our existing human capacity. We're using it to work differently with the people we already have. We're using it to increase reach, innovate faster, and help humans spend more time on high value work and less time on the grunt work, which is just so that's just brilliant. That's their narrative. It's all about elevation, freeing up hours for quality donor conversations, for strategy, creativity, team building, the things that no tool can fully replicate.
Mm. I love that. It sets the vibe around AI and bringing that into your culture as
Yeah.
like this positive generative thing, not like, oh, it's going to be efficiency cuts, right? Or we're going to be more efficient from it, which people don't like to engage with.
Absolutely, and for most of you, that sense of creativity, empathy, and trust, they're not only built into your organizational values, but they're your true currency. So through AI, your role becomes more valuable. So the reframe truth is AI won't replace fundraisers. But that said, fundraisers using AI could get ahead of those who don't.
That's right. It's not about replacement. It's in the redeployment. That's where we see the value.
Okay, myth number two, it's only for big budgets. I'm sure you've heard that. We hear this all the time too. And look, yes, there are platforms out there with really hefty price tags. Some of the organizations we work with are using impactful AI tools that cost less than, I don't know, that bulk buy coffee that you all pretend to like in your office. So less than that. We've all had that. We've all had that. But think about some of the things that you actually need to do. Things like turning your bland board reports into something people will actually read, or transforming those flip chart scribbles so that you can actually do something with them, unjumbling survey responses so they're clearly themed. You can do all of that today with tools that cost you very little. And nonprofits assume that they need investment before they can start, but it's not about the money. We've heard from Kaz all day today that it's about the mindset and the behavior shift. The
Hmm.
teams who we see accelerate are the ones who start small, they test with free or low cost tools, learning really quickly, and then they scale intentionally. So the reframe truth, AI doesn't come from big budgets. It comes from smart, creative use of what's already at your fingertips.
That's right. And just to reiterate, don't confuse price with power, right? Some of the smallest, simplest tools can already start moving the needle for your organization.
I love those gifts.
That's great. That's a new one for my personal stash of gifts.
I love that. I love that. Keep posting the gifts. We love gifts, especially for this session. It works really well. Okay. Myth number 3 is we need to use data. We need data to use AI well. So the big data thing, whether it's perfect data or complete data. Yes, of course, data matters. The better your data, the better your insights. Absolutely. But waiting until everything's spotless, that's like saying, you can't start fundraising until every donor record is pristine. And if that were true, I mean, please write in the chat. We want to meet you. Okay, we're
Let us know how you do it.
we want to know how you do that, right? And so generative AI doesn't just power up on big data sets. It's powerful for even everyday tasks, drafting donor updates, brainstorming those campaign ideas, even helping you to zazz up your job descriptions. I couldn't think of a better word to zazz, but we all seen those job descriptions. And none of that requires a perfect database, does it, Stephen?
No, definitely not. And Zaz is a perfect word. But at Play, we also like to think of data maturity like personal fitness. Like you don't wait to go to the gym until you're already fit. You go to the gym to get fit and to get there. Right? There's so much to the journey, and not waiting until things are perfect before you start that journey.
It's a great book as well around atomic habits, right? It's one of my favorite books, which is all about habit stacking as well, which is super, super, super helpful to think about. And so another thing you can think about is how AI creates value at every stage of your readiness. So let's take data as an example. So if your data is messy, it can still help you to spot the gaps and clean it faster. If your data is more solid, then it can analyze and segment it more efficiently. And if your data is advanced, really good, really robust, then AI can layer insights and predictions. So the reframed truth here is you do not need perfect data to start. You don't need to wait. Using AI along the way actually builds your readiness. It can deliver value at every level of maturity.
That's right. And uncover gaps in your data and your structure that were probably there for a long time. And now you actually have to look at them and do something about it. So there's some Easter eggs in there.
There's some Easter eggs in there. Love an Easter egg. Okay, so then moving on to myth number 4, which is we can't do AI until we've got a tech team. Yeah, we want techies and specialists. So this one stops a lot of nonprofits before they even begin. Again, something we've seen time and time again. So AI adoption doesn't start with IT. We know we sound like a broken record here. It starts with mindset. You don't need a team of techies or specialists to begin experimenting. What you do need is a team of advocates in your organization. So those are the people who are hungry, curious, willing to test, and eager to share what they learn. That is how confidence spreads.
Yeah.
And
And
you
if they
also
want
need
to wear a superhero costume, then all the better, right?
yeah, absolutely. And you also need, like, what comes with that is a need to get clarity on what's in bounds and out of bounds as well. So, and what you want AI to actually achieve in that direction, it comes from leadership, not from tech hires. So the organizations that we really see thriving are the ones building those habits, testing quickly, challenging their mindsets. They're using AI to do things a lot faster and clean up messy workflows and free up an extra 5 hours a week for real human connection. So yeah, your Marvel squad of code Avengers is going to come and swoop in and revolutionize your AI strategy here. But we're pleased to say you don't always need them, but you do need the right people on the bus to lead the way. So think less coders, more champions, right?
Yep. Less code, more courage. On
More
to the next.
courage. On to the next one. So we've saved the best till last, and ethical guardians, we see you. We see you. We see you. You're the one saying our reputation is everything. Now, if we get this wrong, we will be done for. and you are maybe the gatekeepers for your brand, your public profile, your donor relationships. Maybe you are deeply wary of AI missteps or bias or appearing inauthentic. You might even be asking, what if we get found out? And honestly, we get that. We really, really do.
Hmm.
For you, the work that you do, those risks feel even sharper, don't they? You carry such a huge responsibility for vulnerable communities, the data that you hold, and for donor trust as well. So the last thing you want is to gamble with your reputation. Yeah. So, we know it makes sense that this myth is sticky because the fear underneath it is really real.
Yeah, and it's important. It's important that we're acknowledging that fear and being careful, right? It's just the point of not letting that stop you from the creativity and from starting on that journey.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, the answer to these concerns isn't to back away from AI. I can see some concerns as well raised in the chat there. It's to first we want to encourage you to lead with your values. We know that you want ethical, human-centered AI that respects, uplifts, and drives positive change. So where the blocker is paralysis, perhaps through risk aversion, you can unlock that even by showing governance frameworks and responsible AI guardrails as well. So those five, I mean, the thread here really is that they aren't really technical barriers, they're human. They're all about the mindset, the stories that we cling into. But do your own digging, because when you smash those myths, you do unlock something bigger, which is curiosity and confidence and the courage to play with AI responsibly. Keyword there. So our challenge to you is really simple, which is to not get stuck in the myths or get wrapped up in the myths too much, but to lead with values and unlock the capacity, passion, and enthusiasm in your teams. And you know what? Show your donors and your communities what's possible too. So there you go. So we've pasted some resources in the chat, and we can see that you've been very curious about this too and asking questions.
And keep the questions coming. And I just want to show this at the end. These immersions were built to have community around this, right? To go to this conference and be excited and see other people dealing with the same stuff, but not go back and have to deal with it in a silo in your organization. So this is our way to bring people together, immerse them in this work and the way that we think about it, and come out with tools that they can use to succeed and start that journey. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time.